Well, well. This familiar scene, both comforting and harrowing in nature. If I had a dime if I had a rotogen, or a rotogen, for every time I had opened this game to see this menu and be greeted by this menu, I would have died from acute radiation poisoning. The track in the background, so haunting. You see here a campfire, and this art style is phenomenal. Very, very early, mid-2000s-esque, but the realistic, hand-drawn art style, it just draws you in. And here we have beauty and decay, as well as, the urban decay that we like to talk about on the channel. You see Reactor 4 in the background there. This is what Stalker is about for me. This scene, the danger in the background, but we have our own little nook here carved out, comfortable for us. We have the fire warming us while the rain falls overhead. And you see we have overhead cover here on the left hand side. Hardcover behind this brick wall. Looks like we're doing weapons maintenance, our SVD, and all of those rounds set out, meticulously counted. Our backpack full of necessary supplies. It's in the quiet moments where Stalker really shines for me. Oh man, I really based and modeled, and I've talked about it 1,000 times. I'm going to continue to talk about it, but a lot of my worldview has been shaped by Stalker. This is my favorite series. Always has been, always will be. I remember playing my dad's copies on his PC long ago. And I just fell in love with the idea of a zone of exclusion, the idea of this area that didn't work like the rest of the world, and that was left alone by most of it. I mean, outside of the exclusion zone, the world's continuing. The world doesn't stop just because inexplicable things happen. Much like the actual Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. Just because the reactor melted and this area is inhospitable, they set up the cordons. Said this, for the next 500 years, this area won't be, habitable whatsoever. And they just forgot about it, and our world continues on day after day. But this truly is where it all began for me. This and Metro, they most of it. You see, I've been talking so long that the track has restarted. But this and Metro had and still have the biggest grip on my worldview and how I perceive things and how I look at things. More on that later. That'll come up naturally. But I can't wait. I cannot wait to play this for you folks. This is going to be a full series. We'll see about playing the others, but I wanted to at least give Shadow of Chernobyl a chance. I am playing the Enhanced Edition on Steam. I'm going to double check our options. In we go. Now, in the old Stalker games, playing on the higher difficulty was more wise.
Wait.
We're going to take the mission.
Got a job for you, Mark 1. I want you to find a stalker called Nimble. He was carrying some very important information. He disappeared somewhere near the bridge. Find him. Dead or alive, I don't care. I need the flash drive with the info. Visit Wolf from the local camp and ask him. He certainly knows where that guy can be.
Very good. All right. Well, starting out here, let's talk about that intro at first. The death truck intro from Shadow of Chernobyl is one of the most iconic of all time. Strelok, who doesn't know he's Strelok right now, spoilers ahead if you haven't played this, but I imagine that you've played or watched this if you've been around. Strelok is the marked one, marked by the death truck. These are these strange phenomenon, these strange trucks that transport the dead to the heart of the zone, but ours was thrown off course. We don't know where Strelok came from before. And all we know is that we wake up with our PDA, which is another one of these strange concepts that Stalker shows, where, you know, the PDA is, everyone has it. It runs exclusively in the zone. Yada yada. Everyone's interconnected via their own PDA. Oh, it was 555. Very cool. But the PDA says, kill the Strelok. Find and kill the Strelok. And that's all we remember from what came before us. Who we were, everything is a mystery, at least for now. Alright. We have all sorts of stuff to do. I'm not going to read everything. I think if I read everything, we'll be here for hours upon hours at a time. We don't have anything, as a matter of fact. Right now, we are plain Jane. We can trade with Sidrovich. He has nothing to give us. And we have nothing but...
Dog food is more valuable than this. Well, good hunting, Stalker.
Yes, we have nothing to our name. Except for a pair of binos, it seems. Oh, yes, very good. Very good. It has been quite some time. Bolts, binoculars, and that's it. It's been quite a lot of time since I have played the original Stalker. I have played quite a lot of Anomaly, but it's got a much different feel to it. Oh, I see Wolf over there. Very good. I'm going to quickly... Oh, look at this. I'll leave... No, I'm not going to leave any rounds. I'll definitely take that pistol, though. Very good. PM. Energy drink and a loaf of bread. Very good. We don't have a knife, which is a bit bizarre to me. I don't remember if there's a melee key. Perhaps we get that coming up. I don't remember. Okay. Let's talk to Wolf here. Okay, so Nimble's been attacked by bandits. You don't rescue your own people from prison? Not what I would call friendly. Or is it you're just too weak to do it? So there's no point in them sending rookies from the village. Alright, we're gonna do it.
Guys, I'm sending someone your way, so wing it. You may attack if necessary. Over.
All right, Wolf, send him in. As long as he stays out of the way. Out.
Did we get anything? No, it seems like we did not. Alright, I'm gonna run around the camp real quick and go down into some of these basements and grab what we can. There's nothing for us in this one. God, it's so bizarre being back. I mean, for us, the village, the rookie village here is one of the most iconic and most comfortable locations in the Stalker universe. And we hit F5 to quick save, which we're going to be quick saving quite a lot. Stalker is notoriously brutal. It's difficulty unrivaled by other games, but it's also fair. In Stalker, I've never felt, outside of some, situations with some of the mutants, I've never really felt like the game was intentionally trying to be too difficult. But you see here the remnants of a village, long abandoned village. Every bit, it's had to have been abandoned since the 80s. Most of the houses are stripped. Outside, you hear the stalkers telling campfire stories with one another, laughing, joking. The world feels alive as the stalkers move in and out of the village. You see them guarding the perimeters, the basement at Sidrovich over there. Everybody's here for their own reason, which is something unique. And you guys have a video essay coming sooner than later about this. Perhaps I'll even use footage from this, but what is it that draws people to the zone? There are several different answers. People are running from something. People have nowhere else to go. People want the sense of adventure, especially in the modern era. I'm going to directly rip this quote from the Amphibian, but he says, "The modern life is one of ennui." Ennui is a French term that means boredom, and throw in a bolt. Very good. So we can right to hold the bolt for a farther throw, and then left to quick throw a bolt. But, the modern life is one of routines and convenience. And, for something as powerful as the Chernobyl disaster, for a second Chernobyl disaster to occur, and for strange phenomenon to take over and contort, what was once home to these people. For the world to change so drastically around them, for the flora and fauna that they grew up around to be mutated, twisted, and torn, anomalies cropping up, factions warring over, small chunks of the zone, each with their different goals. It's quite the interesting concept. There's nothing like Stalker. There have been plenty of people attempting to recreate Stalker, or even the GSC's official Stalker 2 did not feel like a Stalker game. These original three, and by three I really mean Shadow of Chernobyl and Call of Pripyat. No offense to Clear Sky, but it was a little different. But they have created and emulated a living, breathing universe in which adventure is around every corner, but so is death, so is destruction, so is fear and anxiety. Creeping up on what seems like an injured stalker. It's a bird. That's not good. Wonder what a hind's doing out here.
Help me, brother! Take the med kit off the stiff! I can't crawl that far! Help me, brother!
Oh, okay. So I'm a moron. I don't know what I was doing wrong there. Back at the village, I was like, I know I have a knife. I know I have a combat knife. I do 100%. It just wasn't, something was just not right with it. So, by breaking that box, we have found...
Дай аптечку, будь ласка. Допоможи, брате.
PBS 1. I am going to help this guy.
Дай аптечку, будь ласка.
I'm okay, bleeding all over though. Give me a med kit, will you? Here
Thank
you
you,
are.
marked
There
one.
you go.
You're okay, you know that? I'll be sure to tell everyone at the camp that you helped me out.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. We're not here to be a hero, and we really shouldn't be intervening. Let's see, blind dogs down below. Blind dogs are a menace to society. Blind dogs. Interesting. Blind dogs, pseudo dogs, all of them can bite me. I quite dislike them. Get some 9x18 rounds. Very good, very good. Nothing else for us here. We're gonna go. Yeah, in Anomaly you can play. You can play however you want, and you know it's an open map. But there is a way to play where you can only save at campfires, which I did do a run like that, and it was one of the most intense.
Pipe down, man. Let me fill you in.
Okay. Alright, tell me what we're doing here. Hello. Wolf has already sent word of you. You got any questions? Yes, how many bandits in the camp? 7 or 8, 2 by the gate, 2 more in the building to the right near the fire. Another 2 in the one to the left. That's where they're keeping Nimble. Someone usually hangs around the yard as well. That's about it. Shall we say a prayer and go? I'm gonna... To hell with you, Rambo wannabe. Alright. Well, we're going to volunteer for a stealth mission here. You see me quick saving. There's only one way to play Stalker, and that is to save scum it. You hear our detector going off as we near an anomalous field. I'm not sure exactly on all the names of the anomalies, so forgive me if I might call them silly things, like meat grinder or the booper, the boop bop. There we go. Very good. All right, stealthily moving interior. We have at least 2 in this structure. All right, here we go.
Хочеш, я тобі мозги дам по житті офігенні. І пам'ять охренительну, як у ботана. А як пацани пою.
Nice. Drop 2 of them. Very good, very good. Alright, one of them definitely was alerted. Look at these corpses. Lord have mercy. That building over there is our target building. Forgive me for... I'm going to try my best to talk where I can. But some of this is just going to have to be, you know, me playing the game. Oh, yes. I hear Nimble. Good to know that Nimble's still alive. We've got several bad guys around us. We have at least 2 in the front. There's one. Dropped him. That did blow our stealth, though, unfortunately. Ooh, Christ. Alright, let's throw a fresh magazine in here. We'll push up on this guy. Very good. Never let him survive. Especially not a monolith. If you guys know why you never let a monolith survive, never walk up on a monolith that you think you've killed, because I promise you haven't. Trying to get a Jesus Christ, okay. I'm getting jammed in. Ah, Christ. There we go. Okay. Yeah, stealth is definitely optional. There we go. Very good. Very good. Lord have mercy. Alright. Well, we took a little bit of damage. We've been in the zone awake for how long? How long exactly have we been awake? We've been awake for roughly 3 hours. We've already killed 7 and or 8 individuals. I think 8's probably closer. I hear you, Nimble. God, I'm trying to monologue. Please, give me a moment. You're going to be A-okay and just fine. You have several other games to live through yourself. I'm going to pick up these PMs and attempt to sell them. One thing that Stalker always did that I found interesting was the drag body system. So sometimes you could, you know, find that a bandit or whoever had died and fell on their weapon system. So there's not like not in any crazy way is there a you know, dynamic looting system, but there was definitely, you know, some attention to detail made to be had. You are broke. A stalker's life is not one of riches, especially in the rookie stages. That does get better as time goes on, but yeah, to start, you are broke. You are not in charge of anything, and you are expendable. The game also will not let you forget that. Oh, there we go, an Albrez. Very good, very good. Hey, Nimble. Still yelling like I can't hear him. I'm coming, just slower than you would wish.
I could never thank you enough.
Hello. Thanks, brother. You did us a great service. I don't even know how to thank you. Listen, I need that flash drive you were taking to the trader. Do you have it? Yeah, I got it. Those morons can't even do a proper search. Well, what the hell? Take it after all. Oh, take it. After all, you saved my life. It was well hidden, but these slugs can't frisk for nothing. Very good. Okay, so we can go find a... Very good. We can go find a artifact cache. Okay. Take all the tasks. All right, very good. So, part of being a stalker, especially in this universe, you know, stalker is an acronym. It stands for scavenger, trespasser, adventurer, looter, killer, explorer, and robber. And in order for you to be a stalker within the zone, you have to fall into all of those categories at some point, right? You know, there are no bystanders, right? And regardless of whether or not you serve a faction, you're still not, you're never just a bystander to the dealings within the zone, right? Now, for those of you that are dead set on being a freedomer or a dutier, even some of you folks that may like the mercs, you know, those factions have a specific role, right? And they function like militias or paramilitaries, as opposed to, look at this, Tushanka and Dr. Sausage, very good. Tourist Delight, baby. Tourist Delight. But yeah, they function as paramilitaries, and they're waging a grand war against one another. They have orders, and... Sorry, I was listening. They have orders, they have jobs to do, you know, they have menial tasks, etc. For me, that's what kept me far away from the factions in the Stalker games. That's why I like loners so much. Very cool. Okay, same jargon that Nimble was telling us. But for the loners, you know, it truly is, there truly is a sense of adventure that comes from being a loner, right? You can participate in conflict, but you're not tied down to regimental orders or standards. You know, if you don't want to do something, you are not made to do it. You didn't sign a contract. There's no obligation. And there's definitely no obligation for, you know, defecting from a cause, right? Whereas, you know, someone from duty that gets a, you know, rations and a pension every month, if they choose to leave, they're now a defector with a massive target on their head. Is this, who's this? Oh, it's Nimble. Very good. Back at the rookie village. The storytelling never stops. You could really spend a lot of time here just, you know, if this were a location in our world, my God, could you imagine the time that you would spend here, sitting by the fire, listening to stories, playing guitar, eating, drinking, enjoying the company of others. This is like a pocket of safety in a very harsh and very violent and tumultuous world. You know, and something I love about the Cordon is that this is the first area you experience, right? And it's hostile, but it's not hostile like the rest of the zone. And when I think of Stalker, I always think of the Cordon. I think of, you know, of course I think of Chernobyl nuclear power plant and the Red Forest, in the X Labs, the catacombs, which I'm terrified of. But when I really think of Stalker, you know, sometimes I'll think of Rostic, but it's normally the Cordon. I normally go right back to the Cordon, and it's this picture right here. You know, the illusion of safety, the grayscale world with, you know, it's like, I don't know, late summer, maybe early summer. They're still green. And it's kind of like, no, it's not quite brown enough to be fall, but this color palette just resonates in my mind. And then, of course, the structures falling apart, still inhabited by various loners who have banded together out of necessity for safety. There is strength in numbers, you know, and even though they're all here for a different reason, they are still a faction, even whether it be a loosely connected faction or not.
So you're back.
And here is Sidrovich, our fearless leader. Did you manage? The situation has become clear. Where's the flash drive with the info? Here it is. Very good. Got any special missions for me?
I've done some thinking, and here's what I'd like to offer. Generally, anyway, here's the thing about Strelok. There's a stalker that goes by this name. And they say he's found a path to the northern reaches of the zone. That is a virgin area, a real gold mine for artifacts. Yeah. All right, listen. You mean business, I can see that. And I mean, we need guys like you. We're doing sort of an invest. Once you have the briefcase, don't bring it here. Take it straight to the barman. He runs the S.T.A.L.K.E.R bar at 100 rads. You'll need to go north through the garbage, then turn west. You'll end up at the Agroprom Research Institute after a few kilometers. And be careful, the radiation level is way...
Okay, so we are still an amnesiac. We still have no idea that we are the Strelok. And this is something I love, is that we go on this goose chase, because everyone's heard of this guy. Because Strelok is the first individual to go to the center of the zone, to find a path, to open it up, and actually step foot in the northern reaches of the zone, which is, you know, a feat unlike anything that you could imagine, right, to this world, because the zealots control the northern part of the zone, and on top of that, there's dangerous mutants and these fierce anomalies, even more so than in the southern reaches of the zone. Historically, the further south you go, the safer you are. The further north you go, the more dangerous, you know? Like, we won't see a pseudo-giant down here in the south trotting about in the fields. We'll see dogs, maybe a bloodsucker, you know? And probably one, not a nest, not a hive like you'd see in the swamp. But, you know, it's very, very good. All right, let's abuse the trading system here. I'm gonna hold on to 2 vodka. Hold on to everything else. Well, about that much. How much for a 600? God bless, I forgot how much of a scammer Sidrovich is. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get rich.
Some pretty good stuff you've got there. All right. Well,
God, I forget.
Get any more.
I forget.
Good hunting, Stalker.
Oh, God, I'm gonna manually save here at the cordon. I forget how much of a scam artist Sidrovich is. We are gonna go talk to Nimble before we head towards the garbage. Oh, here we go. To capture that feeling,
Файно. Зав'язуй грати, добре?
Новачків зелених нині як
it is... I'm at a loss for words every time I try to capture that feeling. What it feels like. We killed 7-8 men today. You know, we punched out into the zone. We awoke at, 5 o'clock. After surviving the death truck, all that behind us, we took a task, which we don't go questing anymore in real life. And it's something, I think inherently in life, in order to be happy, you need to have some form of whimsy in your life. My wife and I both agree. And we try to find whimsy in several different facets of our life, whether it be trinket collecting or whether it be, our artifact hunting or bolt hunting when we go out hiking and whatnot. You have to have whimsy in your life. And the zone, at a base level, this is like the ultimate form of whimsy. Imagine observing the mutants, the mutated flora and the fauna of these zones. And I of course I'm romanticizing the zone, but you know, there is a certain comfort in this, like, there's a certain comfort in the danger of the zone. There's a certain comfort in the idea of an exclusion zone, you know, where everyone is welcome, regardless of who you are or where you've been. You know, you can come here and be a part of this community that is greater than yourself. You know, come and see is what the zone says. Come and see. Come look at me. You know, and if you're not strong enough or smart enough or fast enough, you know, I will eat you. I will take you. But all that aside, you know, you're out in the zone, running your operations, running your missions, and then you come back to collect your reward, collect your pay, get another mission, you sit down, you hear a stalker playing his guitar by the campfire, and 3 other stalkers gathered around, and you decide to take a seat, have a bite to eat. He's eating doctor sausage. Have a bite of bread, warm up by the fire before you move on, listen to a joke, tell a joke. You see the veteran stalker sitting back here. All the rookies just sharing ghost stories by the fire. Well, that's enough for now. We are... Oh. No, I didn't want to... Oh, Christ. Hold on. Alright, we are going to continue on. We're going to go to the garbage. And here we are. Oh, Lord. Here we are at the rookie village. We have to go to Apogrom. I'm terrified of Apogrom. Yantar, Wild Territory, the Dark Valley. Down here in Dark Valley, or not in Dark Valley, but south of Dark Valley, I can't remember what this area is called. But this, you can, you know, all this is open to you in Anomaly, and you can walk. This is a train bridge suspended over the road. This road is long. This area, the forest here, it might be called Dark Forest. This forest is one of the most brutal areas in the world. It is just full of dangerous fauna. And then there are mercenaries back here in the camp. Then there's a friendly area, dry meadow maybe. But then there's a friendly area over here, or right about here. And then the rest of this is just a slog. I mean, this is a long, long walk to get back. But we do not have a free ride here. No, we do not. We do not have a free ride, my dear friends. We cannot walk freely in between the boundaries. We have to go to designated points in order to traverse from point A to point B. Oh, God, I can't. I just can't give enough praise and tell you how excited I am to be here with you folks. To show you, you know, or to get to commentate on something that's so important to me. Something that has such a grasp in my life, and it's such a prominent part of me and who I am as a whole. It truly is a blessing. I am navigating blind here, which is not the wisest thing. A couple flesh down there, it seems. Dogs below. They spotted us, but we're moving too fast. Oh, the notorious train bridge up ahead. So when you're stalking, you know, stalking is much like hiking, with a healthy dose of combat and a healthy dose of, yeah, stalking is like hiking, but there's a healthy dose of combat as well as a healthy dose of exploration. It's like if Urbex and Special Reconnaissance had a love child this would be it. You see, there are numerous shooters up ahead. I don't think that guy, I'm not going to test it. Here we are at the elevator. We're going to sneak through here. So one thing I like to do in my playthroughs... Ooh. How'd you die? Ah, look at this. Stone blood. Very good. You can find this artifact near the anomaly whirligig. It is quite an ugly reddish object made out of pressed together and curiously bent polymerized remnants of plants, soil, and bones. Quite widespread, not very effective. Doki? A stash? Oh, it seems like someone has raided the stash. Oh, and our first rain in the zone. Oh, is that a bandit suit, perhaps? A leather jacket, not a bandit suit. I do believe that's a leather jacket. We're going to gently creep through the walls of the elevator here. Yes. Anomalies will kill you faster than anything. You know, it's funny because you're in this dangerous exclusion zone. You have food and hunger, you know, your standard survival elements that must be maintained lest you bite the dirt. Let's actually check our stats real quick. We're doing just fine. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so you have, hunger, food, water, shelter, all these things you must be concerned about, especially with emissions. You have the human threat, bandits, monolith, hostile factions. You have the fauna, which everything wants to kill you. It knows no better. I don't think there's a single friendly fauna in the game. And then, on top of all this, you have the actual world itself. The exclusion zone itself is actively trying to get you out of it because you are a parasite to this. It is quite literally a living organism, a living, breathing organism. We're getting ready to jump this military checkpoint, which isn't the wisest course of action, but there's one way through. You go through it, or it goes through you. We are going to take up a stealthy position. I can't remember. Yeah, we can't. X. So you have crouch, and then you have super crouch. Trying to sneak. The game allows for some pretty impressive stealth gameplay, believe it or not. Oh, Christ. Okay. Ooh. Alright, now we gotta get up on him. We'll fight him up close. Now, you're not as accurate as you might think, and that's, hey, what do you expect, Very good. We only took one round so far. That's pretty... Oh, Christ. Okay, we're going to bum rush this guy. Ooh, there's two. Nice. Gotta hit them while they reload. Ooh, that's my knife. Christ. Oh my god. I never claimed to be the best. Ooh. Nice. Okay, we got one round. We're gonna sneak around and put it in his face. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, Jesus. Alright. Cleaned their clocks. That was a little bit more difficult than I would have liked, but we are doing alright. Alright, let us check. Alright, I am going to use one of those first aid kits, or AI2, and then we'll start looting these guys. Now that this is cleared, this will be clear going forward, so we don't have too much to worry about passing through. Now, I know it's kind of bizarre, you know, the idea of smoking all these guys and like taking the fight to them. It's either we take the fight to them now, or we spend the rest of our time here, you know, running from them, essentially. We don't want to be running from the military. And if they're going to shoot on sight, we're going to shoot back. You know? Now, there is a... within the zone, stalkers and the military do not get along. This one is better maintained, so we're going to attach this. Okay. Alright, so we got a primary and our secondary. We now have an AK-74, which is pretty cool. Very good. Forgive me, I have to run around for some time and find all the corpses that we've produced, or else I'll be kicking myself. I think we might have looted everybody for the most part. I know there's a guy over here by this tree. Where is he? There we go. Okie dokie. Alright, so we can sell some of these. I see the... Jesus Christ. It's been so long. What is our fire selector? Okay, it's not G. Don't press G. Alright, 0. 0 and 9. Anyways, what was I talking about? Who's this guy? Okay, he has nothing to say. But now we have a new shiny AK, and the rest of the stuff.
Marked one, regarding Strelok. A stalker by the name of Fox is coming back from a raid. Looks like he had a rough time and needs help. He came back with some type of critters all over him. He says he won't last long. He just might know something about Strelok. You gotta go see him right now. Here are his coordinates.
And here we are at the pig farm. Nothing in the stash. So in the Stalker universe, stashes are an interesting mechanic. Most people that come to the zone do so with gear, right? And the gear that they have, or the gear that they carry with them into the zone, is the gear that they maintain, and they'll keep... Oh, for God's sakes. Ooh, we've made the pigs upset. Alright. We're gonna cheese this real quick. Oh, no, we aren't. Just shoot him in the head. Okay, well, pig farm was... We really didn't need to go there. I shouldn't have taken us there. That was a poor idea. Anyways, so stalkers will come into the zone with, you know, their weapon systems, yada yada, what they need to survive. And of course there's trading, but they can't take everything with them all the time. So they set up these... Oh, Lord. They'll set up these stashes. There more? I can never remember. Are there more dogs? Gotta get our sprint up, too. Do that over here. Our stamina is low. Been running around too much. Stalker's not meant to be sprinted. Alright, let's help this guy out. Fox.
Допоможіть!
Alright, tell us all the things that you know. Oh, here we go. This would be a good time to have our shotgun out, our Abres, but we don't have it. Now, sometimes in past lives, I have let these dogs kill Fox in order to take whatever he has, but I don't think he has anything worth value. Use one of these.
We're done with those mutants.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, very good. So Fox and his brother ran across Strelok, and Strelok's party. Thank you. Ah, very good. 1,500 rubles. But that's a story for another time. What I was getting at was stashes. Stalkers will make these special stashes to leave their things behind, right? So in the event that they have to move around, you know, when they come back, let's say a stalker goes on mission out past the wild territory in Yantar, and he comes back, and he wants his, or he needs, you know, to re-up on ammunition, yada yada. So he's left a backpack full of ammunition and some food supplies, maybe a bottle of vodka, or an artifact to sell if he gets into a pinch down the road. But there's never really like a, you know, you would see stalkers carrying their primary weapon system with them. You wouldn't find these decked out rifles that people are taking care of in stashes because they wouldn't want to, you wouldn't want to risk. I see bandits up ahead. It's a large amount. We do have loner support here. Perhaps we fire on these guys. But you wouldn't find, you know, their best maintained weapon hidden away in a stash unless it were somewhere very personal to them. Oh lord, our accuracy is dreadful. That's what I get for using a AK-74U as a trying to use it as a designated marksman's rifle. Okay, we did cause some problems though. That chaos should help us tremendously. Alright, we killed one. The dogs are stirred up. The loners just got involved. This is something about Stalker that you don't see in other games very much, and that is a dynamic world where factions fight each other. If I hadn't intervened and started this still would have happened. Okay. It's 2 down. The world is very much so alive and breathing. And this is something that I won't forgive Stalker 2 for screwing this up. What they screwed up, beyond belief. Let's save too. Ooh. Something they screwed up beyond belief was, one, not allowing you to kill important characters. Like, Stalker's always been, in my opinion, Stalker's always allowed for you to, not important characters. What I'm trying to say is Stalker has always allowed you to fire on who you wanted to fire on. And this is a prime example. Us going up against those bandits, not those bandits, but those military stalkers back at the railway bridge. We didn't have to do that. No one said we had to do that. You know, we could have snuck around through the, we could have snuck around through the electro tunnel. I didn't want to do that, though. Quite frankly. Got all sorts of stuff. Look at all this. Very good. Alright, we are moving on. We've got some danger up ahead, though. Are those friendly stalkers? Yeah, that dude's wearing a sunrise suit. Those guys are not friendly, on the other hand. But, where were we? We were talking about stashes. We were talking about the AI, the environment. Oh yeah, screw the second Stalker game for, like, the one that, the ward or whatever, dumb faction, first and foremost. They couldn't hold a candle. Oh, excuse me. The ward doesn't hold a single candle to the military in Shadow of Chernobyl or Call of Pripyat. Smoked him. Very good. Alright, we did use a lot of 545, but hey, you gotta, if you got it, you gotta use it. Dead Stalker, unfortunately. Hey, chill, dude, chill. Jesus. Everyone's a little tense. I think we all need to cool down, take a deep breath, crack a can of Tourist Delight, and we'll, you know, light a campfire, eat some grub, and relax. Everybody's a little tense. But I'd be tense too if I were running around in a gunfight and some stranger came up and just started firing rounds. And then just waving his gun around. I'd be a little tense too, honestly. But looks like this is where it started. Cost you dynamite. Something I love about Stalker, among all the other things, is that within the Stalker universe, everyone has a name. And I thought it was really... That's one of my favorite parts, quite honestly, is the naming system. Because you know how in real life you don't get nicknames for nothing, right? People get nicknames based upon things they've done, which is really neat, right? You don't give yourself... Ooh, kill the bandit leader, okay. But you don't get a nickname for no reason, you know? And in the book I'm writing, one of the things I did... Oh, here we go. Dropped him. Very good. Alright, transition to our pistol. Got him. Very good. Hey, Yerk. You really helped me out. I won't forget it. Trying to clear the garbage of bandits.
People, this is the commander of the neutral squad. We've kicked the bandits out of the derelict machinery scrapyard, expecting counterattack. We're low on numbers, so everyone's welcome to give us a helping hand.
Oh, it sounds like something we could get behind, don't you think? Alright, where's Bess? Let's check our PDA. We should probably be doing this more often. We are in the garbage. Yeah, it's up right up here to the left. Yeah, it's funny. I remember things, but I'm also a little hazy on some things, so it might take some figuring for everything to come back to me. But I feel like I'm doing just all right. Oh, a bunch of dead guys. Hello. Could really use your help. All right. Okay. All right. Very good. Can we trade with you prior? He wants. He doesn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can definitely rob him. Oh, it's got a. Jesus, I can't trick him the way I wanted to. Okay, we'll take one. Where are they coming from? From Apogrom? let us get our RGD5s ready. You have to excuse me. There's sometimes when a lot starts... Oh, sometimes when a lot starts happening, I start getting a little
Everybody
excited.
take your stand. Let them come close. They will be easier targets.
Oh, yes. I love how he throws the frag grenade up. Here we go. We're about to execute the greatest ambush you've ever seen. Okay, those guys are making me nervous. Alright. So we used several of our frags. Oh wow, we did it. Is that it? There's no way. It says come back for reward, but we still got killing to do. Lord have mercy. We can sneak up on top of this hind here. Yeah, there we go. Lord have mercy. These guys are tough. Some of them are tough. Nice. There's still several guys. Did Yurik die? Got him. Alright. Nice. Very good. Very good. We're loading. Oh, we are a little too heavy. Let's drop one of these off. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, Christ. Hey. Said come back for reward and then dropped
Great
us
job,
into
boys.
the
We wiped them out.
dropped us into the
Everybody
cutter.
have some rest. And you, Stalker, come over here. Let's have a chat.
Let's have a chat indeed. Okay. I'm gonna give him a first aid kit. We'll find more along our path. What I was saying is you have to forgive me when, you know, we get into gunfights like this. If I'm not developing, or if I'm not giving you the gripping commentary you want, just give me a moment. And we'll get right back to it. I love this too, how... Oh, what do we have to trade? Can we give him anything? Will he buy anything from us? Let's get rid of some of that. Alright, fantastic. We don't have enough room in our inventory to be carrying whatever we want, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to be kind of mindful going forward, at least until we can get to 100 reds. Look at all this stuff. Wow, very good, very good. I love a stash. I sure do love a stash. 175 rounds. Sign me up. Now we are slower, which is, Lord have mercy. Forgot garbage is a war zone. But we have almost a combat load worth of ammunition. Well, we do have a combat load, as a matter of fact, of ammunition. I have to be mindful here. Nice. Very good. See, told you, we just needed a second to get our stalker skills back. And here we are, back to putting holes in bad guys. I am going to pick up anti-rad anywhere we find it. It would be goofy of us to not. So much first aid, ammo. Man, you guys are in for an awfully long ride, unfortunately. But something I love is how none of this belongs to anybody. I mean, you can stake claim, but it would, if someone wanted something from you, all they would have to do is launch and execute a really solid raid against your, against the structure that you're occupying, and it's no longer yours. You know, if you can't successfully
Anyone
repel.
can hear me. We've been attacked by a gang of bandits. We need help. Brothers, help us. We're in deep shit. Bandits have gone mad. Is there anyone nearby? Damn it! We're dead meat.
I got you, don't you worry. Now, I am a little slow, and it's not because I've been eating good. It's because I'm a pack rat. I'm carrying several hundred, carrying about 100 pounds on my back. I haven't got my zone legs yet. Don't worry, I'll be there shortly. I can't sprint, not for long at least. Where are these bandits? Where are they? Hello. Oh, there they are. Come on, come on, come on. Show yourself. Dropped him. We gotta reload. Reload under fire. Strelok, in my headcanon, has always been a retired soldier. Maybe he did 4, 6, 8 years in the military prior. Strelok just has this cool, calm head about him that you don't see in a lot of the other. He's not very eccentric compared to some of the stalkers, and he doesn't act like, I mean, I guess you could play him however you wanted, but he doesn't act like a bandit, or, you know, he's not here for money. He's very inquisitive. He's skilled and adept in combat. He's cool under fire. He's smart. Are there more? No, you'd think so with the way that they're taking up defensive positions still. Let's find a... Yes, this is what I was looking for. Okay. There you go. We can move around a little quicker now. Let's go smoke this bandit that is holding us up. Perhaps they're up top. Perhaps not. I'm unsure. You can go up here, so I'm kind of thinking that they might be on the second deck. They are still facing this way. Our friendlies are. Oh man! In Anomaly, the hangar is taken over by the hunter, who is a bandit by nature, if I remember correctly. I think he said this is my house. Oh, there's the bandit. Alright, let's get into a super stealth sniper hide here. Yeah, those rounds are definitely hitting enough to make him duck. Alright, we know where to go now. It'd be really great if you guys would, you know what, actually just stay exactly where you are. Don't move. Don't move. We'll come back up here and get that loot up top. I'm not forgetting. I figured that they would be more interior, but oh Christ, okay. We got bandits. Oh Lord, have mercy. We got bandits all over the place. See, See, now they feel confident now that it's one dude. So shoot her up high. Killed him. I think I killed that guy too. He stopped moving. Oh lord. I am going to throw a frag in that direction. Alright, let's bail out here. There we go. Got pole position on him. Alright, bandage up. Healthy. Healthy as can be. Alright, now we'll move around and maneuver on these suckers. Killed him. Alright, we got a little... Are they shooting from up there? No way. Jesus Christ, we burnt through 100 rounds of 5.45 in this fight alone. I think we killed all of them, though. Alright. Well, perhaps one of you goofies would like to cough up some ammunition. See some dead fleshes here. All sorts of corpses. Yes, I'll be taking back what I expended on you, plus some, please. Got a ton of ammunition, just an egregious amount. Now, in some iterations of Stalker, there are physical PDAs in the world where each character has one, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, and you can actually interact with said PDA. We're going to do something real quick, because I know where that stash is. It's like muscle memory's taken over. Oh my god, it's so good to be here. I hope you guys are excited, as I am, for the continuation of this playthrough. I got several other things coming as well. We're going to do Stalker, and I'd like to keep Stalker as like a permanent mainstay in the channel in one way or another, which was the intention to start, but I just didn't have... There's a guy right here, isn't there? Yep, that was him.
Great job, boys. We wiped them out. Everybody have some rest. And you, Stalker, come over here.
Oh,
Let's have a chat.
I'm coming, don't you worry. Boys, who are you talking about? Who is we? Are you speaking French? Because that was me. That was me who did that. Oh, I've never noticed the pot leaf on the bandit's back. Goofy. Is he good? You good? I like to help stalkers out when we can. Alright, we have come for information, though. And they've given us 2,500 rubles. Okay. Mole. Look for mole. No one swaps cool stories anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this though, for a poor price. I like to make my money early on as best I can. I'm gonna take 2 more of these back. Sell some of these. Alright, so here you see I'm going to drop off a good amount of 12 gauge. 12 gauge is fantastic dealing with mutants. I mean, fantastic. It is. Get a good shotgun if you want to survive for a long period of time. I'm going to hold on to most of our food. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to leave this here, as well as the Fort 15. Should I? I think we're going to leave it behind. If I remember correctly, your stash and whatnot can't get looted. So all this will be here for us when we return. What's this? Okay. Alright. So I'm going to carry this, and then we'll come back for this. If we have to do some... whatchamacallit. Oh, Christ, what am I trying to say? If we have to do some trading, we'll come back. We'll remember that's there. Oh, look at this. Another stash. Very good. Some food. This is where I often sleep in Anomaly. Now, one thing I did, which I thought was funny, is outside of Dark Valley, I set up a stash. You can create your own stashes by dropping backpacks, right? And we're still probably going to play Anomaly on the channel. Not in like a... Maybe we'll do a full playthrough. I think that'd be awesome to do a one life Iron Man playthrough of that. And that has so much replayability, you know, for one life and whatnot. You can be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. There are fully fleshed out quest lines, which is beyond awesome. Makes me so proud to be part of this community. So proud. The modders in this community are absolute angels and madmen. They're certainly madmen. But let us continue on. Oh, it was a boar. God, the level of detail in some of these creatures is incredible. This is the AI. The AI in Stalker is still praised to this day. Unfortunately, it doesn't get the... I feel like Stalker is niche, and I feel like with Stalker 2 coming out, it's become a little less niche, which isn't a bad thing. You know, I think it's awesome for...
Hey, that's a military aerosol.
Oh, Christ.
Let's go. Now.
Well, the original AI from Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, is better than most modern games.
Guys, whoever can hear me, help! These scumbags are slaughtering us stalkers!
Alright, let's get in there. Here's something not talked about in Stalker enough whatsoever, is the community and the camaraderie shared between loner stalkers. I know that everyone has a faction. Oh, I got injured. Not paying attention. Alright, let's get in there. Alright. Let's be mindful moving forward. They're gonna be in these nooks and crannies. Nice.
Pigs got me cornered in the yard! Help me out, brothers!
I got you, Mo. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. So, fun fact. before I talk about camaraderie, which you're getting a really good first-hand view of what camaraderie looks like right now. Alright, we're out of ammo. Good thing these guys shoot 5.45. So...
Thank you, friend. You saved my life. That was too close. The grunts always carry their missions through. We have got to get out of here before the task force arrives. Come on. I'll show you the way.
Okay. Lead the way. Oh yeah, they are definitely coming in force. I forget about this. Ooh, got things. Gotta loot fast. Ooh. Yes, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Full size is always better than compact. 9 times out of 10. It's better to, it's definitely better to have the full size version of the rifle. Alright, here they come. Jesus Christ. What was I trying to talk about? Camaraderie, I understand. I know that, but there was something else.
Phew. It's quiet
Oh.
here. We can wait for the raid to finish. Seri told me what you're looking for. It's underground around here somewhere. But I don't know exactly where.
Okay. So we need to find the stash, which is out over here. We'll do that real quick, and then go underground. Strelok means shooter, right? So that's a fun fact if you didn't know that. Nice. Oh yes, very very cool. BP rounds and army medkit. I love the way that they hide their things. I love the concept of stashes. It's so cool. Like that one, the first aid kit and ammunition, like good ammunition. So if they need it, they come back to it, right? And camaraderie. You know, when it comes to the stalkers that we see, like the loners, for example, these guys aren't a raiding party. This isn't a team like Strelok built, you know, with Ghost and Fang and them. This is just stalkers answering a radio call to help one another for no reason, you know, totally selfless service for themselves. You know, they're going on their own accord into this hostile gunfight to defend against these, you know, these soldiers that they consider the aggressor. Yeah, so much for stealth, huh? Jesus Christ. Okay. This is how we get out of the underground up here. Christ. Okay. We're going to save. Yeah, we saved right there. We're going to try to push in. Try to push in from the rear. This is going to be brutal. Brutal. There's a soldier there. I'm going to try to stealth over there real quick and shoot him in the back of the head. Very good. Alright, give me your ammunition. Give me all your things. Oh, bad guys. I imagine being a soldier tasked with defending the zone. You know, it's spoken about oftentimes how corrupt the military is, you know, and how everyone is subject to bribes, etc. So the sense of order is non-existent. Plus, the military here has adopted the shoot-on-sight principle. Oh, Christ. So everyone's distrustful of the military anyways. You know, there's no reason to surrender. You know you're gonna die, so people choose to fight. Christ alive. We are hurt. I'm gonna use one of these. Yeah, so a lot of people don't see the military as like a, you know, a force for good or people that are trying to help. They see them as killers, people who take bribes, you know, violent individuals. Some of them are stalkers themselves. And then there's, you know, the stories of the defectors and whatnot. Let's have some butterbrot here. Yeah, not to mention the stories of the defectors. I mean, how do you think Duty got so well armed? Alright, how's our health? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We are kind of stuck. I'm just kind of going back and forth, letting these guys pop one at a time. Clearing this out. It's just something we're going to have to do, folks. Especially this late in the game. Nice. Just keep shooting, killing, taking their ammo one at a time. We are fighting a guerrilla war and no one's going to stop us. There we go. Military first aid kit is the best first aid kit. Next to the science or scientist med kit. Okay. Unfortunately, that was a bit of a all piece yet moment. We're going to now we should be able to push interior pretty freely. I think that was all of them. I think we killed everybody here. Okay, we'll do some looting very quickly. Sneak around and see if there's anything for us here. Ah, Jesus Christ, of course everything's locked. Alright. I do want to double check these corpses and make sure I got... See, I didn't get everything. A lot of Stalker is... Like, the economy is jacked. It's absolutely messed up. And the reason... Ooh, look at this. Ah, Christ. He turned on us like crazy. I mean, I suppose I would too if I was getting ran up on by a crazy person. All right, use several band-aids. We're fine. Our armor's not good. But the economy is inflated. You know, you're going to be paying full price for half things that need to be priced, you know, at half. Christ alive, man. We are just getting torn up. Alright, we really need to go inside and get these documents. I think we're supposed to get the documents here. There should also be a CO here. Commanding officer of this post upstairs. I don't know if that's present in the original. I don't quite remember, but I know that there are people here for sure. So there usually are. On this old military tech. What strikes me the most is the mounds of cigarette butts around the radios. I wonder if, you know, the military in the early days of the zone just sat around anxiously awaiting calls on radios, just like, oh Christ, yep, I think that's our CO. He's blocked himself in. Unwise course of action. Oh, crap. Alright, folks, I think we're going to take a different approach now that we have lost our life. I think if we get down here... Yeah, we can can really cause some problems here. Having cover is so important. Nice. All right, give me all your things. Give me all your things. Creep around. But it's better to get that first death out of the way, so we're not worrying too much about it. Plus, we are save scumming the absolute life out of this. We're going to continue to do that as I quick save. You know, if the game comes out and says that, look at them pushing on our last known position because we have switched to a suppressed weapon. What the hell? There we go. We switched over to a suppressed weapon, and they have no idea where we've gone. Well, except for this guy. He might burn us. Alright, let's eat some bread real quick. And my wife and I do this thing where we have theme dinners every once in a while. More often than you'd think. And we don't do it for any particular reason, just for the fun of it. But we'll do, like, stalker dinner, or peasant dinner, or whatever it happens to be. Whatever our, you know, palate is craving that day. Or it's so much fun. It is so much fun. So, like, we had a power outage, and we gathered around. We were looking forward to it, because we knew it was coming. And we were very, very positive that this power outage was coming for us. And it sure did. Oh, well, dead check. And it did come. And we spent the rest of that night during that power outage huddled up in the living room, eating bread and tushanka and whatnot on the ground. Tin fish, listening to S.T.A.L.K.E.R ambient music. Nice.
You should talk to duty guys to let you through. I suggest you go see him first.
By candlelight, and I had my gas mask out. I've got a old issue M45, and we set out a horse blanket. You know, like the they have a name. I call them horse blankets. You find them at, like, you can really find them anywhere. You can find them at truck stops and etc. They're just falsa blankets. That's what they're called. They're just, you know, cheap cotton blankets. I love them to death. But I set it, you know, had this nice area, kind of simulating a campfire. Oh my God, you guys! I'm telling you, you should have. If you like a universe like S.T.A.L.K.E.R or anything like that, you should try to immerse yourself into that universe. It is so well worth your time. We have a bit of a problem going forward here. Okay. Let's try something here. I think that might have worked. We currently don't really have the means to just stay in straight up gunfights. We need to be using more ambush tactics and guerrilla tactics on these guys. Right now we can't necessarily, because we are already at a disadvantage of being seen. Ooh, who did that? That didn't look good. Alright, let's quick save here. And then Hopefully he stays right there. Nice. Yeah, being a stalker is just a fancy way to say guerrilla warfighter, because we have to get creative. We are fighting well-equipped forces. Several different well-equipped factions and forces that want nothing more than to see to our immediate death. Oh, Christ. There's no... There we go. Lord have mercy. Alright. Now that everyone is dead, I'm going to take the liberty to quick save, and I'm going to go pick up all sorts of 545 off of their corpses prior to heading up towards Rostock. We're going to go see the barman, who is Friends of Duty. He runs 100 Rad Bar. You know what else 100 Rad Bar is known for, right? The arena. The arena indeed. No, we want nothing to do with that. We're gonna have to take the yes, we're supposed to take the underground entrance here. Oh Christ. Alright. Here we go. Let us in. Let me in. Why is it not letting me in? Ah, there it is. No. No, it is not. Oh, for Christ's sake. Jeez Louise. Alright, at least we got triple the amount of ammo we used. Okie dokie. Now we have found it. Yes. Very good. Ooh. For those of you that know what is lying beyond in front of us here, you know we should be very, very afraid. For there is something evil that lies below the Apergram Research Institute. Anytime you go underground, you are liable to run into something that I like to call spookies. These are anything that acts like a mind flayer, anything that messes with your mind and causes you to lose your sense of self, commit suicide, or anything of the like. Anything that manipulates the world around you in ways that human beings can't. This includes, but is not limited to, pseudo-giants. He doesn't have a hand nor a scalp on him. I was really hoping he'd have one of those. Let's switch our ammo over. How much do we have? We have plenty. We used BP against him. I figured it would do more damage, and it did. We got the military down here causing a ruckus. Burrs, poltergeist. All that stuff. Those are spookies. Controllers are the #1 spooky, though, in my opinion. And if I am most scared of bloodsuckers when it comes to someone up above us. Lord have mercy. Come here. Alright. Oh. Yes. Alright. I am most scared of bloodsuckers. If I had to pick one mutant, it would be the bloodsucker overall. Chimera, but they're so rare that you don't see them as much. Now, you definitely see them up north. This is not good. I feel like we shouldn't be standing next to that for any amount of time. The controller, though, is definitely the scariest because of how it affects your mind, in my opinion. I think the bloodsucker is objectively the visually the most scary. I think physically the Chimera is most imposing, because of its speed. The two heads freaks me out too. Like, bloodsuckers being a mess of tentacles is terrifying. Don't get me wrong, but you know, and the invisibility feature is awful. Awful to think of. But enough of that. Let us talk about these environments. Imagine living your entire life right outside of Pripyat, for example. And you think, you know all there is to know of Pripyat and its surrounding areas, the villages, the towns, the flora, the fauna. And then, what the hell was that? Dim corridors filled with horrors beyond our comprehension, filled with anomalous green goop that shreds the skin and melts through bone. Not only are we in a combat zone fighting the military, but we have mutants that flay your mind and cause you to turn your gun on yourself and your comrades. Mutants that look like a type of proto-human. So you know that the radiation can also affect humans. Perhaps your brothers in arms, your friends, perhaps they've also gone into the zone. Perhaps the mutants that you're striking down, that you're killing, are former friends, co-workers. Never know. Makes you think. Makes me think, at least. Fast shooting AK. Please give me that. We'll pick up all this to sell later, at a later date. Drop this one. Actually, let's pick it back up and unload it. Oh, Lord. I've forgotten. I have forgotten that facet. We have to pick the weapon up, unload it, and then get the ammo from it. Lord have mercy. I think we have found everything there is to find here. I just want to double check. It's another weapon system. Bizarre. Oh, that's the one we dropped. I'm losing my marbles, folks. Alright. One more. Ooh. Now, what do we have here? A stalker suit. Stalker suit, manufactured by Folk Craftsman. It is an effective combination of a light military bulletproof vest and of a rubberized fabric suit. It is reinforced with inserted Kevlar plates and provides good protection from weak gunfire. All in all, it is highly inefficient for carrying out deep raids and serious operation in the knots of the zone. But, my friends, the sunrise suit is A-okay by me. A-okay indeed. We're going to keep exactly what we have on. Now we have a sunrise suit, as well as, oh lord. We have a sunrise suit as well as a fast-firing AK. We are ready to face the horrors of the zone. I also have a fireball, which is really cool. No, that wouldn't help us. That wouldn't help us too much, as we are already prone to becoming exhausted. So we went in the underground backwards. I don't think I've ever gone in that way. Normally you would go through this zone first. There tend to be bloodsuckers over there. So that's what I was expecting, but I just wasn't paying too much attention. I noticed that we were, fighting the military pretty quickly. There's normally bandits, and then after the bandit room, there are bloodsuckers, and then after the bloodsuckers, you get the military that come in from this side. We did this backwards. Our last shock is supposed to be the controller down here. So, you're fighting through, and you kill numerous bloodsuckers, and you're like, oh, when does it end? And it turns out it just doesn't. Here are the bloodsuckers, or here are the controllers. And Stalker does a really good job of making you feel strong and powerful within the world itself, but also making you feel fragile. Nothing is given in Stalker. Everything is earned, whether that be killing this controller, for example. You can see the mutations, the bandages, most likely self-inflicted, trying to cover the radiation burns on their body. The flattening of the head, the widening of the jaw. Looks like the brain is growing out of the ear, the neck 3 times its normal size. My hands and feet swollen beyond recognition, but it still wears jeans. Still trying to hold on to some type of concept of humanity. So they being the controllers, are aware of their condition. And oftentimes you can see them alone and in solitary positions, because they don't want to hurt people necessarily. They seem to have retained some of their humanity in one way or another. And here we are once more, escaping the research institute, walking past what was the site of our guerrilla warfare, and the corpses still remain. Ooh, hey, that's a side dog. Yeah, okay. You stay down. Yeah, pseudo dog. Down, boy. It seems like they may have ran into the beast as well. I'm gonna drop this BP and have a bite to eat. Try to get our weight back under control. Meet 2 of those. Yeah, that's perfect. Alright, we're good to go. It seems like we have some military up ahead. Where are we going? What are we doing right now? We have to go to Rostok, don't we? Yeah, we gotta go back to garbage. We're trying to make our way up to the barman. We're having quite the time. I mean, everything, I can't tell you how many times I've played through this. In one way or another, whether it be, anomaly, and, ooh, look at that. Holy hell. Huh, our first artifact, naturally out in the world. Can you believe that? So for those of you that are looking at this and they're like, what the hell? Like, where's the, Jesus. Well, I really messed that up. Trying to use a pistol as a DMR is not a wise course of action. Yeah, but for some of you that are watching that and you're like, what the hell am I looking at? Why is the anomaly just existing out within the world? Early in the Stalker franchise, you know, the detector would help you discover the anomalies, but oftentimes after emissions, they would just be sitting out on top. There wasn't a... Unfortunately, there wasn't a cool minigame every single time where you physically hunted for the anomaly. And it generally is after emissions when the... oh, wow, look at this. Another one. 2 of them. Holy cow. Oh, we are rich. We are rich indeed, my dear friends. Yes, I'll be taking those. We need to find a scientist to sell these to. Honestly, I'm gonna get rid of this. It's weighing us down. That is the military. Shot right next to his head. I should have confirmed whether or not there was a party here. There was indeed. So when you play on the higher difficulties, normally the damage model is more realistic. I think I'm gonna crack. I think I'm gonna slide ours up to. Why'd I say that? Anyways, I think I'm gonna slide our difficulty up to master. Moving forward, because I think it'll fix our damage a little bit. Now we have a long run ahead of us. For those of you that know about the garbage, anytime you look at this. Oh, you're rich. My God, I'm not remembering this so well, but the garbage, all the mounds around the garbage are extremely irradiated. And it's called garbage because this is a massive landfill. Oh, yes, there are... Jesus, okay. Hold on. Those are the bandits from earlier that we ran out here to take on. Hoping we don't get flanked. No, we're not going to get flanked. Now, something about bandits, for all you bandit enjoyers out there that I'll give you, is that bandit radio is phenomenal. Drop dead, sucker. See, they were artifact hunting too, trying to get rich. Get rich or die trying, and they they died trying. Very good. Yes, give me all your things. Give me all your things. Sometimes you'll see notes pop up on your PDA. I don't know if that's present in Shadow of Chernobyl. I don't think it... I don't see... Oh, Christ. Okay. Yes, this is still very much bandit-controlled territory. Oh, Christ. Okay, I'm gonna use that as that distraction as a as our cue. I was gonna go all the way around and out, but I don't think we're gonna do that. I'm gonna throw this on auto though. You could have left with your life, dog. God. The jaws of these things. God, there is something about them that is terrifying. I think it's the flat face and the humanoid expression. You know, for those of you that have been around the internet for forever, you most likely remember Smile Dog, right? Smile Dog wasn't necessarily the scariest creepypasta ever. It was about a... Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. Smile Dog was about a... How you say? A cursed photograph that was being circulated. I may be getting some of this wrong, so don't take me word for word. But the photograph had a dog. It was like a Polaroid that was an email chain, I do believe. But this dog in question had humanoid teeth, and it was smiling like in a human, much like a human does, right? And you know, the curse picture, yada yada, gets sent around through blockchains, not blockchains, through emails, with the warning, you know, send to 10 people or you will die, yada yada. I think, if I remember correctly. Anyways, that creepypasta single-handedly ruined my ability to handle animals with human-like features. I have never recovered from it. Let's see here, the mounds of radioactive metal and garbage. Hundreds of thousands of pounds of metal. Irradiated, useless, just barriers. Now this is a good place for you to do some mutant hunting.
Attention everyone. This is duty outpost at the garbage. A horde of mutants is advancing from the Dark Valley towards the bar. Whoever helps us push back the scum won't regret it.
Alright. Now I don't like duty. But I'm definitely here for, I'm here to help.
You're an idiot, Marked One. Totally useless. Don't expect gratitude. There's nothing to thank you for.
Пусти оружие.
What are you talking about? It's another reason I don't like duty. Because they like to talk out both sides of their head. And frustrate me greatly. I don't care how good your guitar player is. I think it's bizarre that they said that we were totally useless when we did put effective fire on several of the boars. Oh, up there is Flea Market. Now I don't know if Flea Market is maintained in Shadow of Chernobyl, or if it's just a trading post in Anomaly, but I'm definitely gonna go look. My luck, it's gonna be a bandit camp. But on the topic of camaraderie, you guys have done the wrong thing. Oh, I have done the wrong thing too. I'm alright though. 'Tis but a flesh wound. 'Tis but a flesh wound. I am gonna try to see what this guy's got on him, though. Oh, these are bandits. Okay, we found information about another stash. I think it's one of my favorite parts about Stalker is how people will for the most part, rally together to, fight a common enemy. Monolith is the one I'm thinking of in particular, where all stalkers, regardless of, the petty wars that they have created here in the zone, they'll rally together in order to fight
Buzz off,
a
Stalker.
common...
We don't let every loser go through.
duty territory. You guys suck. No one has anything interesting to say, ever. What is this? Stoneflower? Yes, you can have that. Do you wish to buy anything else from me? Ooh. No, he does not have enough money. He does not have enough money, unfortunately. Perhaps. So we can almost get away with that. No. So close. So close. And yet no cigar. No cigar. That is fine. That is fine. We'll take your money. One thing I like to do in early Stalker, regardless of the experiences, I like to make money. Because the money that you make early on, you can throw it at the problems later on. I like expensive ammunition. I like fancy guns. And I like good suits, good sturdy suits. So in order to maintain all of these things, I need a lot of money. So I'll sell artifacts. You see me right now carrying a ridiculous amount of arms on my back. And that is another thing, another habit I've yet to break in my Stalker journey. What are you? Oh yes, let's forget about the dogs. Christ almighty. They should be heading towards Duty's checkpoint. Should really let them get mowed down by the machine gun they have in placed up there, but don't listen to me. Let's get our breath. Get our breath. Carefully, carefully, carefully. Oh my god. I want to gush a little bit about Stalker here. This entrance area to Rostic has always been one of my favorites. Even though I don't like Duty. The trench cut to, to hold off the mutant hordes. Not only the mutant hordes, but also the human hordes. But we see these dogs. There are massive packs of dogs that come from the wild territory in the Dark Valley. Mutants come up from that way quite a lot. But the trench, dug by hand, this is not natural, dug by hand and then fitted with spikes. Someone worked tirelessly cutting and placing each one of these spikes. And then you see the blood stains, the discarded Connex boxes, the vehicles that serve no purpose anymore. But all that aside, this is typical Stalker iconography. The corpses hanging. All of this aside, when you look over here, you see a graveyard. A graveyard that someone has taken great care in maintaining. Regardless of the state of the grass and whatnot. Normally, corpses rot out in the wild. Right? I guess we're gonna make our sprint here. Forgive me, that kind of took my commentary because I got rushed by the dogs. But those graves, one of which is a stash, those graves have been maintained by individuals. Normally, people get shot and killed in the street every day, right outside, right past the comforts of their hideouts, like C-conciousness. People get shot and killed every day, and they rot on the side of the road, or they rot in the street, right? But here, we see stalkers, which these are, regardless of their faction, these are still stalkers, taking care of their dead, most likely dead that have been slain in this ongoing mutant conflict here. I think that's really neat, though, to see the humanity still persisting. All right. I'm not gonna scam him because we're going to Barman. Barman who actually has money to give to us. Here's another example of graves that have been taken care of and maintained. Anytime you see a grave with a gas mask hanging on it, a stalker grave, I like to call them, they are, there is a stash underneath. Very, very neat.
We have a huge responsibility to protect the world from the expanding zone.
Join duty. I would rather die. Hey, said the thing. Oh, now that is a sight. They consider the freedomers anarchists, which they are. I mean, they want the zone to be free for everybody, and that's just not. It's just not something that works.
Простий. Значить, як наступного разу підеш у глиб зони, обов'язково пляшку контролерові відноси. А то, не приведи, Господи, сонна реальність перетвориться. От спасибі вам, лікарю, та нема завіщо, каже контролер. Це тобі за лікаря спасибі. Дуже вже воно, знаєш, приємно.
Та ну,
А ковбасу та батон зараз, прямо скажемо, ємняні почали робити.
Sorry, I was taking some shameless screenshots there. I don't know about you folks, but when I was a young boy, even well into my teenage years, playing this over again for the first time, trying to find this bar, navigating Rostic was so difficult. I'm coming, sorry. Was so painfully difficult for me. Ooh, don't mind if I do. I'll take all of this. Best part of coming to Rostic is the free stuff. Oh. Right, drop one of those. We'll come back for it, don't worry. Hey, what do you got to say? Snitch! A loner named Snitch. Kill the Master Stalker. Now, why would... I thought Snitch was a bandit. Why would you want me to kill a Master Stalker? Huh, interesting. We'll wait on that.
Hey, Mark.
Hello.
Have you brought the documents from the Institute?
Yes, absolutely.
Great work, Marked One. We have the documents at last. I need to have a look at them now, and maybe I'll work out how to get north. while I do that... Okay, the documents you brought, all you have to do is acquire the second key to Lab X-18.
Oh yeah, that's all you have to do. No, not the problem. Nic problema. Experienced stalker. He used to work through the northern exits of the zone. He was hardly ever seen here, but there are rumors that he took his group right into the center of the zone. Ghost and Fang. Alright. Let us trade. He's got unlimited money for us, which is good. Makes my heart very happy to see that. So let us load him up. Which one is better? Very good, very good. We'll sell him everything we can. Since we have all this anti-rad, we're going to sell all our vodka. I'm going to sell our standard rounds. We'll hold on to the rest of this. Perhaps we can find some more coming up. We can get an Obakin, which is the AN-94. We can get that now, but we do already have a good AK, so I'd say we stay off the... So we don't worry about that too much. I have a ton of ammunition. I really don't need anything. So we're going to trade this for the money and worry about something else later. Very good. Steal and take everything we can. And since Rostic is kind of a central area, I am pretty comfortable leaving our things behind here. Okay. So let's put... I'm going to hold on to 3 of those. Hold on to 2 of these. 3 of these. 1 of these. Throw the vodka in there. Hold on to 1 of these. Oh no, actually none of those. Shut up, snitch. Oh, I'm gonna lose my freaking marbles. Alright. So that's what we're gonna carry moving forward here in the zone. Where is our next location? Where does it have us going next? Is this... Talk to the general.
Damn it, if only someone helped.
Dark Valley. Yeah, I guess we're up for the Dark Valley. We'll go talk to the general first. What is that Hunter? Yeah, holy crap. Or holy cow, I've got a big problem, man. I lost my family rifle in the wild territory. I wanted to shoot some bloodsuckers, but I barely got away. Alright. Alright, cool. Find the family rifle. It is wise to take every task that you can get your hands on within the Stalker universe. Sometimes things will help you out later down the road. Sometimes there's instant gratification, whether it be money or a new weapon. You know, you're always looking for new things, right? Well, we actually need to find a technician. There should be one over here, unless I am... Hold on, am I turned around? I might be mixing up my anomaly playthrough with this just a little bit. Hold the phone. Hold on. I need to get inside here. Climb up the staircase. You can just feel and smell these environments. The rusty metal, you know, the iron metallic smell in the air, the smoke from the campfire, the smell of cooking meat. That dusty smell that abandoned locations have. Ah, yes, I forgot the brain scorcher is still very active. Yes, okay, that is an anomaly feature. There are not technicians. Been playing far too much anomaly. Not recently, actually. I haven't played in several months, but it's definitely the last thing stuck in my head. I did the did Strelok's quest, but I stopped prior to the end of it. Because I don't know if you guys know or not, but if you follow that quest line all the way, it ends your playthrough, essentially. Okay, we're still heading towards the general up here. We need to talk to the
Stop.
general.
Outsiders may not enter.
Hey. Okay, well, that's kind of a problem, because I need to talk to your commanding officer. It was always bizarre to me.
If you're looking for a place to rest, eat, drink, talk, or find some work,
You know what?
100 Red Bar is the place for you. We're always happy to serve new customers.
It was always bizarre to me how how duty treated outsiders. Like, you know, I'm sure that they're worried about moles and, you know, traitors and whatnot in their midst, but who's to say I'm not just gonna, you know, stab you in the back while you're not looking? Can't tell you how many times I've wiped out this checkpoint or that checkpoint at the beginning, using guerrilla tactics in order to steal their gear to sell it or to repair my own gear with. Let us go. Yeah, let's go get that rifle real quick, and we'll probably end it after that. What do you say? Been having so much fun being back. I am like a kid in a candy shop. Now, there is a problem. Yes, there is. The problem is still here. There are mercs up ahead at the sniper's nest. See, the problem...
We got visitors. Some stalker is coming right at us. What do we do?
Don't you know what to do with witnesses? Finish him and make no fuss.
Okay.
Roger, on it.
Oh, yep. Okay. So mercs are not native to Ukraine, right? Which makes them unique. They are a private military group that has come from several different Western countries, particularly the United States. They are paid for and maintained by a group or individual that we are not privy to. We are not privy to that knowledge. But it is said, and it's never really, it's actually never said, as a matter of fact, who actually runs and maintains the mercenary group. But the mercs shoot on sight. They are hostile to everybody. They kill everybody besides their own. We're going to creep up in here real quick. And their base, well, at least an anomaly, is in the Dead City. I honestly, it's kind of nice and refreshing to not know absolutely everything. It is kind of refreshing to not know everything at this point in time. Ooh, look at them carrying around artifacts for us. Nice. You guys got smoked. Ooh, there's an optic on this one. What is this? A sparkler. Very cool. I would love to be able to take that optic off of it. Lord have mercy. Okay, we're just gonna have to leave it for the time being. Not a problem. Not a problem. We can always sell it down below. What is this? Thorn. We don't need any more bleeding than we already have. We just found a suit, stalker suit, laying right up here at the sniper's nest. Very good, very good. Alright, let us save quickly and we'll continue on our spiritual journey through the wild territory. What is that?
Stalker closing in on you. Looks like he's gunned down all our snipers.
Slime.
Watch out. He's coming from the bar.
Well found. I didn't get it. Did he knock off our snipers all by himself?
Yes, send a couple of guys to cover your asses.
Roger. On it.
Shooter in the tower.
Now
Hey.
you've done it, Wolfhound. The military chopper is coming to blow you to pieces.
Man, I really don't have beef with these guys necessarily, but the only reason I have beef with the mercs is because the mercs fire on me indiscriminately. So they are enemies of the state, as far as I'm concerned. Push, push, push. Yeah, good shooting, good shooting.
There goes your chopper. You're next, you political scumbags.
Yes, give me all the anomalies. Give me all the anomalies. Or all the artifacts from the anomalies that you guys have been so generously collecting to give to me. I'm gonna drop one of these. I'm gonna drop this one. We'll hold on to one. There's also normally a bloodsucker around here. Ooh, look at these. I love seeing the original anomaly fields. Look at that. Oh my god. Banca glutton. It's like being a kid all over again. And like, you know, going down into my dad's office den. No, I think this is one of the this is one of those dangerous areas. Perhaps not. I don't know what I'm remembering, if I'm remembering the right thing or not. We have to continue on here, though. We can't just stay where we are now. This area is kind of dead compared to the rest of it, which... Yeah, you hear that? Seems like we can sneak through here, though. There's a stash up here. We can actually get into this building. Oh, Christ.
Help us. We were attacked by mercs and half of our team was killed. Help us, and I promise you won't regret it. Help us break through the ambush by the flag. I've uploaded the coordinates. Watch out. Wolfhound and his crew are by the chopper.
Are these scientists or military? Because I'm not too keen on helping military. These look like ecologists. Very good. Very good.
Professor, you're a smart man. Give us the info and go where you want.
Alright, let's move on then. Let's try to help the scientists.
Stay away from me.
We should be able to push on them from any number. Yeah, here we go. Drop 2. Jumped them. Look at that. Mercenaries, my arse. You guys suck. Not covering your flank is crazy. Oh, there's more. It's alright. Very good. Just keep moving, keep shooting. Keep moving, keep shooting. stay alive, ladies and gentlemen. Stay alive, stay alive. We will be... Shortly, we will be picking up... What the hell was I trying to say? We are picking up all the medicine that scientists are carrying, but what we really want is what the mercs are carrying. Because they have weapons and ammo. Now, health is always important, but so is rare ammunition, like 5.56. Crystal thorns. Very cool, very cool. Can't believe we got the drop on Wolfhound like that. We didn't take a round or nothing. Ooh, look at this. Vogs. Wow. Very lucky we are, very lucky. I'm gonna throw this back. We simply just don't have the space for it. As much as I'd like to hold on to it, it's just not advantageous to our cause. Those look like 45 rounds. I am going to take the 5.56 because we might run the M4 for a little bit. Oh, this guy had a RPG on him. Holy cow. Yes. Okay. Are we too overloaded? No, we're not too overloaded to move. We're just going to have to be cautious going forward. So what that means is that we'll double back. Look at all this. Is that... Yeah, that's 9x39. Very rare. Very rare ammo. We'll take all that stuff back. Sell it at the bar. Become very rich. And continue hoarding our ammunition and whatnot.
I'm begging you. We were returning from Yantar when the mercs shut down our helicopter. I heard that they are looking for information, but I know they will kill us.
Okay, we're gonna take him to Yantar. This is kind of dangerous. More mercs. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay, I did forget that about this part. So this is exciting for me. Okay, we have to go through here. Yes, right? How do we get to Yantar? To the warehouses. To Yantar. Yes. Okay. All right, folks. Come on. Let's go get him. You folks need to move on me like now. Come on. Okay, let's go, let's go. Oh, there's nothing here. Okay, I thought you could pass through here. That's my mistake. I was trying to be really cool, and I was actually being a bit of a goof. We also almost died artifact hunting, which is insane. But we're loaded up. We're loaded up. So riches we have. We needn't worry. We have plenty of weapons and ammunition. And this has an optic on it. I'm about to run one of these for the time being. Oh. I'm about to drop this and throw this in our primary. Alright, we gotta go take the fight to the mercs, lest we oh, see, that was the thing we were trying to. That's the thing we were trying to avoid. Let's do this again. Yes, drop. All right. Hopefully they can hold out for a second. No. Okay. So let's load the game. All right, my dear stalker friends, we have to do this fight again, but that's not the worst thing.
If you attack, I will destroy the information. You won't get my work.
Krukov is a bit of a hyperinflated moron when it comes to his movement.
If you don't want me to destroy the research results, stay away from me.
All right, so that was a little less clean. But we're still going to accomplish the same task. You know what Stalker has taught me? The art of speed looting and looting under fire. More than any other game I've ever played, especially the original Stalkers, where you don't have a lot of downtime, and there's not necessarily a lot of freedom of movement. Like here, we're moving from point A to point B very quickly, you know? And every time we encounter a new area, we are in a gunfight. Oh, we are hurt. There we go. There we go. But it's definitely taught me and given me the ability to very quickly. Do we need it? Do we actually need that? Why did we pick that up? We don't need that. It's taught me how to quickly assess what people are carrying, how much of it I need, if I need any of it, and, you know, what to take moving forward. I get so ruthlessly efficient in my looting. Oh, yes, we did want that, though. So one of these has to go. It's going to be that one. And then what else should go to the wolves? Perhaps I have a bite to eat. What do y'all say? We can probably get one of these for nothing. So, unfortunately, the shotgun's going to stay behind. We haven't used it at all, actually. So that's we can make room to be able to carry this RPG back. The RPG might seem a bit funny, but it'll not only fetch us a good price, but if we hold on to it until some of the later stages, we can definitely get we can do some really good damage. Ooh, okay. I see what he's doing now. You're a moron. You're a moron, Professor. But we can do some really good damage against the monolith moving forward. Or the guys, once we start seeing dudes in exoskeletons or pseudo-giants.
Mark 1, stop there.
Take cover, dude. Remember, I'm the shooter. You're not. You're the professor. I could throw a frag over there and rattle their cage. I don't know how wise that is. I've got 9 frag grenades. Let's chuck one. Oh, that's a quick throw. My apologies. Did that rattle the cage? No. Okay. How about... Nice. Okay. Let me throw a fresh mag in my pistol. Oh, shut up, dude. Shut up. Who are you shooting at? I'm shooting at the guy who was throwing frags at earlier. Who is dead. Thanks to Strelok, the shooter. It's literally in his name.
Let's go get him.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna kind of use you as a... Not as a human shield, but I need to be behind you here. Oh, and you've got a pistol. I didn't realize you were carrying around the pistol, not a rifle platform. I love how it's always characters like this in video games. Oh, hell yeah. Jesus Christ. I love how it's always characters that need help or fire support that are always the most goofy and, you know, seemingly ungrateful about receiving that fire support. Like, we gotta move. It's like, absolutely we have to move. Who are you talking to? Who are you telling? Do you think you're telling me something new? Kuglov. Oh, yes, I see. Oh, man.
There's a burner anomaly heading the tunnel. We'd better split up and go one by one. That will give us a better chance to survive. You go first, and when I see you have reached the end of the tunnel, I'll follow. Beware of the fire traps, and look out for hot air distortions.
Shut up. Don't talk to me. I want to talk about what is at the end of this tunnel. About 50 meters ahead, on the left side of the tunnel where that anomaly is raging, you see people that look like stalkers, but they're not moving quite right. They're moving like they're confused and jagged and sickly, kind of like they're tired and drunk. But yet they carry their weapons and they trudge on, walking right through the anomaly. And those are the zombies. And the zombies are by far the most tragic character that you can find. Next to, I mean, hell, I'd wager, in my opinion, next to pseudo giants, zombies are definitely the most tragic. They are, man, there's just so many. I don't remember there being so many of these. They're regular people that have been fried by the zone's influence, by the brain scorcher, chiefly the monolith, you know, who are also being controlled, have turned people into puppets. You see here, doesn't have a, I thought it would have this group, but judging by his outfit, that's a loner, that's a merc, it's another merc, that's a loner. You know, people who, ooh, well, we got flashed a little bit, that's alright. People who would shoot each other in any other circumstance, now forced to shamble side by side. Probably retaining their consciousness. That's one of the other best things about Stalker, is how it's constantly back and forth, right? You just gave your word to the scientist that you would protect him. You protect him successfully, right? You smoke these mercs. We weren't there for the scientist. We just happened upon him, right?
We are safe, finally. Let's drive. These are the results of our last expedition. I'm sure Barkeep will pay you well for this stuff.
Alright, I'm skipping through this stuff. If you guys want to read it, please pause.
If you come to our mobile lab in Yantar, we'll give you a real scientist soon.
Oh, really? Okay. Actually, that sounds like what we're going to do. So, what just happened is we help the scientists cross into Yantar through this dangerous burner anomaly, right? We killed about a dozen monks. There's mercs and... Interesting. Okay, there's a fight going on now. But we didn't have to do any of that. Then we go through an anomaly field. We actually get burnt ourselves in the process. And then immediately we're greeted with zombified stalkers, who we have not seen up until this point. So we're thrust into a fight with zombified stalkers. And then immediately after, we're rushed by dogs. See a zombie up ahead. That sound is scarier than any Minecraft cave noise. This is quite the depressing area in the early games, I forget. The zombies coming from the Brain Scorcher constantly attacking this mobile science outpost. The guards here are probably more experienced than a good chunk of soldiers that we see within the zone. They are constantly at war with somebody. You actually don't see any here. They're normally, well, at least in Anomaly, you've got guards set up all around.
You've got to understand. It's highly important that we do measurements now.
I'm not going anywhere alone.
I'm begging you, please do it. We all depend on it.
Ah, yes. Ah, he's clearly upset. Hello, Sakharov. Nice, look at that. Holy cow, we got 5,000. Okay, we need to find an artifact for him. What we're going to do is sell off all of our things. Ooh. Neat. Okay. So we took several tasks there. We're going to get rid of some of these suits as well as all of these anomaly or artifacts that we've been holding on to. Sell a ton of our bandages. Look at that. We are getting up into the big money now, my dear friends. Getting up into the big money. He sells AN-94s and the Chaser 13. Very good. Very good. Alright, folks. I think I'm going to cut it here. We do need to do some running and go get some things in order. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Put our kit back on.
Hello?
Look at us. We'll save over here. We can't open the lockers here. But we'll leave this behind. And we'll go do our outro outside. Very good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this has been part 1 of Stalker's Shadow of Chernobyl. And I am just beyond thrilled to be here, getting to play this for the channel. It truly is one of the most defining games of my life, if not, my personality. Everything I feel like has started, everything. People themselves are made up of boxes, right? People are like, this is kind of funny, but people are made up of boxes. They're full of, these different compartments that make them who they are. And my biggest boxes are definitely S.T.A.L.K.E.R and Metro. They had such an impact on me as a young man, and, growing up from boyhood all the way up into adulthood. I can't tell you how many times I've played these and how many times, nothing changes, right? It doesn't get any less fun. It doesn't you know, the sting doesn't leave, the excitement, the whimsy, the adventure. None of it ever leaves. So I just wanted to say I'm beyond stoked to be here and playing Stalker on the channel for the first time, a true Stalker experience. So if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Got more content on the way as always. Something for everybody, no doubt. And remember to mind the gap, Stalkers. Mind the gap. And have a good one.